But it's been a terrible week. You know, this video in North Carolina of this Ukrainian girl, beautiful Ukrainian girl. I believe she was 23-year-old girl on the train coming home from work. She had just moved here from Ukraine to escape the war, leaving her job at a pizzeria in 4K. You see a guy stab her in such a violent way, and nobody does anything. Not that I would have done anything, and I just don't know where we're at, man. I just don't know where we're at, where that could happen, where you could be on a train and somebody who's been in prison for 14 times, 14 arrests, be on a train 14 times. If you get arrested 14 times, they got to find like a zoo. Put the motherfucker in a zoo. I don't need people that have been arrested for crazy shit, wacky shit, kooky shit, violent shit, threats of violence out on the streets with me, with my wife, with my kids, people who I love. Nobody needs those people out. Put them in a fucking zoo, literally. Make a zoo for them. Shut down like the least funded, the least successful zoo in this country and put these motherfuckers in a zoo. I'm sorry you're a psychopath. I'm sorry you're mentally ill. But I don't need you walking around me. I don't need you walking around my wife. My wife was groped in New York City in broad daylight a couple of weeks ago. I don't think I talked about my wife, Kibi. She was coming out of the play with her girlfriend, and she was in her purse over there on 47th between 7th and 8th, and some fuck came behind her and, rubbed up on her, put his hand on her hip, and then kept walking, violated my wife in New York City. And, she said by the time she realized, she had like a gimp hand, and, he had, gotten away. I wasn't there. I don't want people like that walking around my wife. I don't want people that have been arrested for 14. I don't want people that have been arrested 14 times for whatever reason walking around my wife, walking around my kids. Nor should you. And it has nothing to do with politics. Put them in a fucking zoo.